Right, welcome to another episode, the first midweek late night game I've done since I've come back to YouTube, and it's a biggie against one of the most informed teams, the second most informed team in the championship. They've sold out their away, and we sold out one of the part in the Club 1871 stand next to them, so it's going to be a bouncing select car leasing stadium tonight. But before we get into that, before we get into all that stuff, what I want to say personally is thank you. Thank you for all the views you guys have done over the past week or two. It means a lot, as well as those likes as well. It has meant a lot for me personally, because I didn't know if I ever wanted to come back. I spoke to someone called Tom Colley who does wrestling, and he said to me, if I want to do this, I've got to go all in, do everything, and then I did. And to come back and have the support you guys have shown me means the absolute world. So thank you guys ever so much. We're now going to go and watch the game. I'm going to talk to you about my first thoughts outside the ground, my normal half-time, then I'll do my review after the game in the stand, and then when I get home we'll look through all the fixtures over the past 2 days, where we are in the table and what it means moving forward, and then we will probably do a review for the game coming up Saturday away at Coventry, if I'm correct. So we'll have a look about commentaries form and what they're doing going forward. So yeah, sit back, relax. If you can't relax, because my belly is going nuts. Very nervous about tonight. Same team as it was on Saturday, but with one change. Well, it's not the same, is it? One change. Andy Carroll, big sexy Geordie bastard, is in. Partnering Joe up front. So hopefully they can get them two going. Hopefully we can be a little bit more on the front foot in this game. Doubt that, but we still need to come away with something. So let's go. I don't know what I'm doing anymore. What's up, everyone? I'm here at the ground now. Looking forward to this. Looking forward to it. A shave of the beard as well. So excited for this. Just saw Ryan, the former podcaster that used to do it on this channel. An absolute legend of a man. Just about to go in, very nervous. A lot of police. I've seen this in the past few games. A lot more police turning up at these games than there has been before. So it's going to be interesting to see how this goes. Yeah, prediction, I'm going to go with a 1-0 win or a 1-1 draw. But I have no clue anymore. It's going to be an interesting game. Let's go in. Let's see. Watch the first half. If there's anything I can record during the game, I will. If not, I will see you at half time. Right, just out for half time. I have to say, not the greatest of half from Reading. Fauna looks terrible this half. Attacking ability has been crap. The going forward, defensively been great. Naby Sarr's have been another top performance so far. The other results are not going our way at all. We just have to pick up a point here, win our next 2 out of 3 of the next ones. Don't lose the next 2 out of 3 and win and try and get a point after that. It's very stressful. I'm not enjoying this relegation battle to the final day type. I'm not used to this. I did this when we were in the Premier League the first time and the second time and hated it. And those feelings, you can't enjoy it. I like going to games to enjoy them. You can't enjoy it. We're not picking the passes correctly. No one's wanting to go for it. No one wants to aim for it. No one wants to get it. Everyone seems to be lacking so much confidence. I would have thought that the point that we got against Burnley would have got them up for this. But yeah, worrying. I'm scared for the second half because I don't want it to come out and get a batter in the second half. But we'll see. We will see. Right, here is my initial thoughts full time. Great header from Andy Carroll again. I haven't seen the replay, but where I'm sat and where I'm stood, that did not look like a sending off, not even a yellow card. I spoke to my brother during the game. I texted him and asked him, was it a yellow card? He goes, it come off his fingers, but it wasn't intentional. But if it was intentional, then that should have been a yellow card. That shouldn't have been a card at all. And gone. So great going up, great defending from the lads today. The heart and the spirit of that team today was phenomenal. I can't go wrong with anything that happened out there today. Yeah, we drew against a team that's third in the league. So in 2 games, Noel Hunt's gone up against first in the league, who are rightly so first, by far the best passing team I've experienced here for a very long time, and gone against Luton, who are third, who haven't been lost in 10 games. I have to say, so far, that's a fucking fantastic record so far. We've got Coventry next. We've got Wigan at home, our final home game of the season. And then we have Huddersfield away to find out whether we're going to stay in this league or not. Right, now what we're going to do is I'm going to cut back to myself at home. We're going to go through all of the fixtures that happened yesterday and today. And we're going to go through the preview to the game coming up on Saturday against Coventry. So stick around, the cut edit is going to be very quick. Straight over to me and let's go. But fucking brilliant. I can't get over the fight and the spirit. If that was under Paulins, we would have lost that by a mile. But that was brilliant. Fucking come on, the boys. Right. Welcome back. I hope you guys are doing well. Yes, I am now home. I am now sat down. I have calmed down a bit. I've rested, had some food. And now let's get my overall thoughts of the game. Personally, I thought the first 10 minutes was a really good start of the game for the Royals. Thought we played really well. Then we just sort of didn't. Forner really struggled in the winger position. Didn't really get forward much. Didn't really do much to affect the game. He kept cutting back when he could have just gone at them. We do really need a winger, a proper winger in that position. If you're going to play Forner, I think he's better off the striker. With Carroll now suspended, I presume that might be where he goes, and maybe an Ince or a Mate or Hoylett or someone like that could come in and really do a job that wing. And I think if we had the services in the box with those wingers, I think we could be a really good team. First half was a bit doom and gloom, as I said. It wasn't the greatest. It was a bit. At half time, I spoke to my father-in-law, and he was very downbeat and thought that we're going to get relegated with the performance we're doing. We did look like we were going to score at half time, but coming out the second half, I just felt, and I said to him at half time, I felt we could do something. I felt there's something in this that we can do to really push this team forward, really go for it, really dent them and try and get the best we can out of it, moving forward. So to come away, then we get the goal. Ecstatic. I've never been kissed by so many men in that short amount of time at a Reading game before. Great header, great cross. So that's what we need to be exploiting. Those corners, we haven't been doing it enough, I don't think, this season. We've got the height, we've got the Carroll. We needed to be using that a lot more, and when we did, look how effective it was. 2 minutes later, the scored, got kissed too many times then as well, and it got disallowed. When you're in the stadium and where I'm sat, so I'm sat in Y26, you don't know nothing. You didn't hear the whistle. You didn't hear what was happening. You don't know what's going on. And you turn around and Carroll gets a second yellow card and sent off. I had no clue what happened at the time or what was going on. I didn't know where this was going. I didn't know what happened. We get a goal and he gets sent off. I rung my brother at the end of the game and spoke to him, and he goes, he used his hand. And I went, right, okay, how bad was it? And he goes, he went to try and header it, missed it, and used his hand to get it in. And I went, right, okay. So then it was but was it intentional? This is my question to you guys. Put in the comments down below. To me, I've watched the replay. I didn't think that was intentional. I thought he went for the header. He's gone to lean for it like that, and he's gone like that to header it, and he's missed it, and it's just hit his hand. If that is the case, that is unintentional. That's not a yellow card. That's just a disallowed goal, and you just carry on with it moving forward. That's my opinion on everything, and that's my opinion of what I saw. So for me to see that now and look at it, I don't think it should have been a red card. I don't think it should have been a yellow card. I just think it should have been scrapped the goal and carried on.
And I have to say as well, Lumley is the purest shithousery of a goalkeeper I have ever experienced in my life. What a goalkeeper. He pulled off some great saves, telling the fans to throw the ball behind and then had it going, oh no, come on, going forward. I loved it. I loved that type of thing. We've needed more in that in our team for years. And to get that is quite cool to have as well. But they go and score. Um, but I'm not going to criticize the defense. I'm not criticizing it because for me, they put a shift in. Naby Shah, since Ince's gone, Naby Shah is like prime Maldini. What a player he is. Tom Holmes, brilliant. Yedom actually being effective in a game. Nesta Guinness Walker being able to defend. Loving it. Loved it. They conceded the goal. It is what it is. But as I've said to you before, I would be happy with a point going into this, and I'm happy with the point after it. We needed to get through the two of the most informed teams in the league to stand any chance of surviving, and to get 2 points out of six against them. Very happy, very happy boy at the moment. We've got 2 games that we can win now. 3 games we're winnable, very winnable. We've got Coventry away next. We'll have a look at them in a minute, and we've got Wigan at home. We have to beat them, and we've got Huddersfield away, the final game of the season. And what I will say is the fans again, the atmosphere was brilliant. I said this several times. I criticise the Reading fans as much as anyone, but since Paul Ince has gone, what a brilliant turnout the fans have been. Atmosphere. Luton fans are terrible again. The away fans just can't hear them. It's great to have. You can't hear the away fans. We're out singing them, outdoing them, and that's brilliant to have in this, especially in this run in as well. What I will say is I don't want to come to the end of this season and look at what's gone on and sit there and go, I don't want any if, buts, or maybes. So if we get relegated, the question will be, why didn't we sack it sooner? If we stay up, they worked well, but they've got 3 more games now to fucking work for it. Right, let's go and have a look at this screen over here. Let me just share it. Give me 2 seconds while I do that, and let's have a look at the fixtures that have been happening. Right, I'm gonna make myself a little. I don't know if this makes any difference whatsoever if I make myself bigger on my screen, but it doesn't. It right. Here are today's fixtures. Actually, let's go for yesterday's fixtures before we do anything. As we can see here, Blackpool losing to West Brom, thank God. Rotherham drawing. I think they're slowly creeping away from that bottom, that relegation fight. Wigan winning was a bit of a surprise. I didn't like that. Huddersfield drawing was okay. They just can't win. We just have to sort of do better than them in the next 2 games. Then today's games, next up, we've got Coventry. They scored in the 95th minute to get a draw against them. QPR drawing, not great. They were 1-0 up for a long time. I can't click highlights because if I do, we'll get copyrighted. I wish I could, but we can't. Swansea beating Preston. This is the shock. Watford were 1-0 up. I didn't even know Watford were 1-0 up. I thought Cardiff were 1-0 up. And they scored 3 goals in 10 minutes. Utterly ridiculous. I did hear that there was a bit of trouble between one of the Watford fans going on the pitch. Middlesbrough picking up the victory against Hull and us against Luton. I do want to have a look. I've got a quick stats before we go any further. Luton had 70% possession, but nearly basically 19 shots compared to our 10. We had 2 on target compared to their 6. They had a passing percentage rating of 84. The one thing that really surprised me is this. Aerial duels won. We only won 34% of them compared to their 65. And Lumley made 5 saves. A lot of fouls happening. There was more than 3 yellow cards. 5 yellow cards in total because I tell you what, that referee was card happy today. Dear God. But let's see if they've updated the table. Yeah. Updated the table. We are now 1 point behind QPR and Huddersfield, 2 points behind Cardiff, 3 points behind Rotherham. All to play for. Blackpool putting a serious charge. Wigan, they're both down anyway. Right, let's go on to our Coventry. Let's have a look. You can have a look at how I do this. I always go onto Google and do Reading versus Coventry City head to head. There's always one website I always use. It's this one. So as you can see here, we've beat them 21 times and we've lost. Oh, Coventry's record against us. I don't want that because it will confuse me. There we go. We've beaten them 29 times. We have drawn against them 17, and we have lost against them 21 times. Let's have a look at the previous fixtures. Go away, advert. We beat them in the 10th of December, 1-0. Lost to them before that, 3-2. Lost before that, 2-1. Beat them 3-0. Lost 3-2. Beat them 2-0. Spanning back to 2012. Cool, there was an 8-year gap before we even played them again in the league. That's mental. Let's have a look at the form tables of both teams. And let's see, I really don't want to be shocked again because I was shocked last time I looked at the form table. Right, form table. Last 6, Coventry are 9th. They've played 6, 1-2, drawn 3, 1-1. We are currently 19th. We have a better last 6, the Millwall, Watford, Bristol City, Blackpool, and QPR. That QPR one needs to stay the way it is. Home record, Coventry, let's have a look at their home form. They are 16th. In their last 6, they have played 6, won 2, drawn 2, lost 2, with a goal difference of +2 and points of 8. Am I looking at the right one? No, I'm looking at the wrong one. That's my fault. Do apologise. Looking at Watford. Right, here we go. Played 6, drawn 2, won 2, drawn 3, lost 1, with a goal difference of -2 going up against the Royals. Our away form. But we haven't had a away game with no hub. All I'm going to say for that one, let's not look at that anymore. That is frightening, isn't it? Oh, go away, advert. Thank you. So here we go. Here is the league table before we finish up and I give my overall thoughts. Here it is. Burnley look like they are promoted. They will probably be crowned champions at the weekend. Sheffield United probably can get guaranteed promotion this weekend as well. And what amazes me is if we go down to 11th, I would say. So from 11 to 5, there is 3 points between them. And from 22nd to 18th, there is 3 points between them. I would love to be in mid-table, to be honest. Not going to lie. I hate this. I hate the overall feeling of it. Right. Yes. So we're going into Coventry, going into that. I'm predicting us to win. I think we're going to pick up our first win in I don't know how long of an away game. I think we have to win this game. We have to win this. We have to win Wigan. We have to beat Wigan, and we have to draw or win against Huddersfield to stay in this league. But overall, not bad. Not great, but not bad. But what I will say is thank you guys ever so much for joining me today. We will be back after the Coventry game. I will not be reviewing it. I will not be doing that because I will not be at the game. I will not be able to watch it. So I will be back after Coventry to talk a little bit about what's happened after the Coventry game, build up to the Wigan at home, the massive Wigan at home game. The real win. We have to win Saturday. We have to beat Wigan going into Huddersfield. But with that, what I will say, as I said with this at the start of the video, thank you guys ever so much for all the love and care you guys have done during this time. at this result, I'm going to go and have a look at the analytics because I think, oh, look at that, it's gone darker. But what I'm going to do is I'm going to have a. Oh, no, that is not the right one. Right, let's go back to this one. I should be quite good. Right, so previous video as current recording, over 100 plus views of the review of Burnley, over 250 views of the preview show, and over 20 views for the Birmingham review, and over 120 views for the points deduction. I can't thank you guys enough for all the love and support you've done over these videos. Let's keep this going. Let's make sure you hit that thumbs up button. Make sure you subscribe to this channel, and let's carry on. We will be doing a lot more during the summer as well, where either I will be crying about us being in League One, or I will be over the moon with us being in the Championship. So you might want to stick around and might want to see my reactions. But thank you guys ever so much, and I will see you guys for the next video. All love, all care, and peace.